What's up, nerds on Renegade Cactus, but you can call me whatever you want. Welcome back to Pokémon X Randomized Nuzlocke. We are on our way to a fossil lab, which is right here, if I remember correctly. Yeah, that looks about right. Yes, yes. Don't fossil. Tell me what it is. Give me something good. Give me legendary. In theory, it is a Kabuto. It is a Mareep. Didn't I already have one of those? Did it die on me? What was its name again? Zeus? Yeah, it was Zeus. I mean, it's not bad to have. It holds the Blaziken Knight. Awesome. What about the others? Does anyone have an item? No. Burn Drive. What is a Burn Drive? Gotta look at that. Is that... No, the Magma Riser is for McMortar. And yes, here we had Zeus, the Fluffy. We have quite a lot of strong mons in here. Quite a lot of strong Pokemon. And one more is about to join him. Slime. I'm very sorry. I mean, look at this. Look at... Like, just look at the bottom row. We got a Poliwrath, we got a Shiftry, we got a Magnezone, and we got a Clawitzer. Here we have a Victreebel, pretty awesome. Strife, the Altaria. I think, didn't I just... Pretty sure I lost Baba. But did I just get rid of those three for my starter? I think I did. Maybe. Not quite sure. Once again, I could take Naya with me. I could go with Chestnut, or I could go with Machamp. Because, you know what now? Okay, this time I'm actually gonna do it. One of the reasons I didn't take Chestnut with me, although I love him. By the way, Nautilus is a great nickname. How did I come up with that? League of Legends, best tank in the game, for me, personally. I didn't take it with me because it is a starter and you see starters quite a lot. But it's a grass type and I really don't have anything against water types except for a Thunderbolt on a Pokemon that is weak to water. I mean, yes, Ho-Oh doesn't care if it's weak to water because Ho-Oh just takes every hit from pretty much everything. We're gonna switch you out. And just, do we have a lucky egg? I don't think we have a lucky egg. We're gonna switch you out. And we're gonna do some quick training, right? Yeah. Burn Drive. Is that to be held by Genesect? Oh! That's it. Oh yeah, the drives. Yeah. Now I remember. Next Large, Zoomlins, Soothbell, Rocky Helmet, King's Rock, Whip Dream, Everstone. I could just read on the side. It's a Red King, a Red God of War, Red Char. Yeah. No, we don't have anything interesting. But what we're gonna give it, nope, is the Rocky Helmet. The thing is, doesn't it, like, its other ability, isn't it like, yeah, Overgrow is the normal ability, it's the starter ability. Powers up grass type moves when Pokemon is in trouble. I think that means when you're in the red. Maybe in the yellow health, but I think in the red, which just sucks, to be honest. Because you don't want to be in the red, and if you are, you want to heal as soon as possible. But isn't there, like, Rough Skin or something like that as a second ability? As a second possible ability? Is it? Yeah, Frost Cavern. This is right here where we need to go back to. So, Rough Skin and Rocky Helmet is a pretty interesting combo, pretty great. And if you have Spiky Shield as well, then you're just dealing damage without dealing damage. That's just facts, and I love it. We're gonna go back to Frost Cavern, because over there with the Mamoswine we can now ride, but there is still a small area in this cave that I haven't explored yet, I think. And it's not gonna take long, because I really don't want to be in this cave any longer. But it's right here. I don't think there's much I mean, I found a dire hit. So it was really not worth it. If I had come here in the beginning, then I wouldn't have to come over here, but doesn't matter. I don't need to... Oh, Lord Helix. I don't need to use an escape rope because we are just right outside. You know what? Let's go for a needle arm. We are faster, but we are quad effective. It uses brine. We can take that because it's just an Omanyte. Another needle arm, and it's gone. We are quad effective. It is just a basic Pokemon, which means we won't really get much EXP. Nah, that really wasn't worth it. If it was an Omastar, that would have been something different, but then again, Omastar would have dealt quite a lot more damage. Okay, now we're gonna scoot right over here, I think. I spent over an hour trying to get into this costume, you know? Oh, so she just talks to us again. Okay. Isn't this normally where you'd go? For the Mamoswine? How to get up there? Oh! Like this. Yes! We're gonna go for a sky battle because we have at least 2 flying Pokemon again. Yeah, we have 2 flying Pokemon. Sends out a Celio. Flying, of course. I mean, I actually would accept that. I could go for a super effective superpower, but the thing is, this thing is quad effective against me if it goes for an ice type move. So I better go with Rainbow and go for a Thunderbolt. Ooh, damn it. I mean, I could go for a Sacred Fire because it is super effective against ice type, but then again it is not very effective against the water type. So yeah, I think a Thunderbolt is better because that still should be super effective, right? Yeah, because it's super effective against... Did he use Hail in a Hail? Hail in a Hail, baby! What the heck? Okay, because it is... Ah, damn it. Super effective against water and normally effective against ice. Oh, so it stays super effective. If we had gone for Sacred Fire, it would be super effective against ice, but not very effective against water, which would counter each other out and would be normally effective. Makes sense? Makes sense. Just gotta see something. Very sorry. Yes, everything's in order. Everything's fine. Great. Sorry, I had to check something. Snore Rest, really? This Celio is actually pretty dang good. We're no longer... Oh, damn it. Damn it. If it used Snore, it just didn't do any damage to us. Okay, okay, and that was a critical hit. Why? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? My heart just... My heart didn't only drop down, my heart went through the floor. I think it used... Okay, this Celio is stupid. It has a great moveset, but it is thankfully really stupid. Let's just go for a Thunderbolt. Be done with it, because of course we're snapped out of confusion. Just destroy it. Just destroy. Rainbow, experience, whatever. I'm fine. Okay. Panpour is the water version. So, oh wow, it's even the little one. What's the big one called? Panpour is it's the ugly one. Okay, we got Simisage, we got Panseer. No, I don't know. I really don't know what the evolution is called. I'll just call it the ugly one. That's pretty much it. I mean, they're all ugly. I said it before, I'll say it again. I hate the elemental monkeys. Absolutely hate it. Even the idea behind them, I really do not like. The whole, yeah, we're gonna give you the type that is... that helps you against the gym leader. Like, they actually made a gym leader whose typing is chosen to be super effective against your starter in Gen 5, which is great. A gym leader choosing type, or gym leaders switching around to get a type to be super effective against you, awesome. That makes you think. But then they're once again incredibly hand-holdy and are like, yeah, this is a challenge. And by the way, hey, here, take something that is super effective against him. Like, okay, just go play with him now. It's like, no, you just give me what did I just used the word. You give me a challenge and then immediately take the challenge away from me. That's not cool, game. That is actually not cool. I'm gonna get a lot of full restores because we're gonna need them later on. I could also just buy them later on, but for some reason I'm like, yeah. I won't use full restores too often because at this point in the game it's like way too convenient. Okay, how do we get to the next route? I'm just a tiny bit confused, just a tiny bit. And why can't we go into the windmill? Okay, yeah, I think, yeah, okay, down there. Okay, like I said, tiny bit confused, but I think by now you know that that's just me. Let's go to the next. You, give me something. Bust right through with Mamoswine. Okay, you, give me something. Yeah, okay. And now, Mamoswine Road, Route 17, which is a new route, which means new encounter. We're gonna keep Nautilus up front. Nautilus. On the back of my Mamoswine, you can smash any rocks in your way. Ahoy there, trainer. Shortly after you headed off to the Frost Cavern, Mamoswine came back. Did something happen over there? They were trying to use Abomasnow as some kind of energy source? I wonder if that's the same Abomasnow as the one our Mamoswine is friends with. My goodness! See, a few years back, an Abomasnow came into town carrying a Mamoswine that was all beat up and injured from something. I wonder if Mamoswine was worried about its pal. Trainer, you should ride on Mamoswine's back to the other side. This deep snow and all the rocks along the path are nothing against Mamoswine's strength. Yeah, Mamoswine is an amazing Pokemon, really like it. And we're just gonna go through. I really like the way it's just going. Good thing in 7th gen they used Ride Pokemon, which is really great in my opinion. And our encounter is an Encada. An Encada. I'm okay with that. Because out of that I can get 2 Pokemon. And I will do that. I will evolve the Encada later on. And then get 2 Pokemon. Just saying. Just saying it right now. Okay, we're gonna start. Oh, by the way, it's hailing, so we have to capture it sooner or later. Okay, we're gonna go for a quick ball. Because it is now at its strongest. I don't know if it gets weaker after the first turn or maybe like turn 2 or 3. But the longer the fight, the weaker it gets. Okay, I think I have a Nest Ball, which is for weaker Pokemon, or is it for bug types? Let's just see, what else do we have? We got a Nest Ball, lower the level of wild Pokemon. I think I read somewhere it was below level 29. How about Luxury Ball? We don't have a Nest Ball. So we're gonna go for another Quick Ball. Otherwise we can still attack, but I would much rather not. 1, 2, 3. Got it. Okay. Encada was caught. I really don't mind that Pokemon. Like, it's not something that I would actually want. Like, not something that I would desire, but I like Encada and I like the idea of the dual evolutions as one. Because it lives almost entirely underground, it is nearly blind. It uses its antenna instead. Okay, give a nickname. Sure, we're gonna call you... We're still gonna call you Shino. I know it's kind of a male name. Kind of, it is a male name, but it's a bug ninja, so Shino just makes the most sense to me right now. Mammoth Wine, do your job. Bam! Bam again. What I wanted to say, in Generation 7, they used right Pokemon, as we all know. Or they introduced right Pokemon. And the best thing about that is... Can we kind of go up there? Yeah, I think we can. By ourselves we can, right? Yes. The best thing about that... Sky Battle? Oh, what's the time? Yeah, Sky Battle. The best thing about that is that they really made them be much faster. Like, I love the idea of right Pokemon. I love the right pager. It's something that was really, really cool in Sun and Moon. Awesome idea. And I love that they bring it back somehow, like more or less, like the basic idea they bring back. So I'm completely fine with that. And the fact that it was just so much faster and that you can always go on a Taurus and just run. Like Stoutland, okay, Stoutland was pretty fast by itself, but then when you use its ability, it gets really slow because it's looking for stuff. Mudsdale, pretty slow, but gets you over rocky terrain. That's great. But if you just take a look at these right Pokemon here, like the Mammoth Swine, it's like slow, slow, slow. Turn. Slow, slow, slow. Turn. Oh, I turned the wrong way, so turn. Slow, slow, slow. And with a Taurus, like you... Steve wants to learn Hyper Beam. Why? Why would you want to learn Hyper Beam? I'm sorry, Steve, but I mean... Oops. It's pretty cool. Hyper Beam. I always loved Hyper Beam, although it sucks. But... Why? Okay. And with it, like, you go on the Taurus and you just blast on through, and that's amazing. That's way better than a bike. Mothim, we're gonna just looked at my... I had to look at my my dog. She's playing around. I think after this recording we're gonna go for another walk, because why not? Do we go for a Sacred Fire? Yeah, of course we're gonna go for a Sacred Fire. Psychic doesn't phase us. Wow, more than I thought it would, but doesn't phase us too much. And you're gone. Do all of the like butterfly and moth Pokemon get Psychic? Like, I know Butterfree does. Butterfree does. Venonat does. Mothim does. I think Masquerain does. I'm not quite sure about that one. Oops, sorry. Beautifly does, that I know. What else do we have? Dustox? I'm not sure about Dustox. I think it does. I wouldn't bet on it, but I think it does. Found a Timer Ball. Awesome. So yeah, I'm pretty sure at least most of them. If not, almost all of them. And maybe all of them. I gotta check that out. Just something that I just realized. Does it really help me with anything? Nope. Yeah, that was the Sky Trainer. Does it really do anything for me? Nope. But it just was a random thought. And again, look at how slow it is. It's nice. It's a really nice idea. And from that, they made the right Pokemon that I know. But still, it is just those almost tank controls. C-Dot. We're not gonna bother. We're not gonna bother. We're just gonna run away. Because that is actually no EXP. That's probably like 200 to 300 EXP, and that's not worth my time at all. It just looks cool. Nothing else. Is there... Yeah, I can still walk over here. Walk up here. and see if there's anything. I hate this because I have to go everywhere. For my own sake. For my own spirit. No, for my mental well-being. Yeah, something like that. Like, I know, one thing that always bothered me. Many creators I watch loosely use the term OCD. Like obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. It's, I don't know if the series Monk, stuff like that. Monk has OCD, and if you ever watch Glee, what's her name? The redhead, the cute redhead professor. She's a beauty, and she's a really good actress in some cases, like depending on. Yeah, gotta go with my dog later on. Oh wait, it's still just a basic Pokemon. I cannot let this go. What is her name in Glee? I don't know the actress's name. Sorry, but her name in Glee. It's not Anna. For some reason, I want to say Anna. Okay, we're gonna go back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Oh, I love writing backwards. That's just so fun to look at. Anyway, let's go back to the point I was making and then think about her name in the series. Many creators actually use the term OCD very lightly, and oh wow, I thought there was another way. Whatever. And yeah, I'm using words every now and then without them being used correctly, or just over dramatified, whatever. I really have no idea how I wanted to say that right now, but many use the term OCD without having OCD. And I know about many people who don't like their, OCD is a disorder. It's in the name. It's a disorder. Many people don't like their disorder being talked about in such a way. Like loosely thrown around. Yeah, I don't like when things don't align. I got light OCD, or I have to go like I did. I have to go all the paths. One of the reasons I don't like open world games. I have to go through all the paths just for my own sake. I could blame that on OCD, but I'm pretty sure I don't have OCD. Or if I do, then it's just very, very light, because there are only quite a few things that really bother me. But then some people just, everything. Oh, I did this, my OCD. And I did this, oh, my OCD. I have to just, like, the thing with the volume. Like, many people have the same thing. Where you, like, if you turn up the volume on your TV, on your car radio, whatever, and it's an uneven number, like 13. Or let's take 11, because 13 for some people is okay. Then you have to put it on either 10 or 12, because it has to be an even number. That is something that many people share. And for some people that is because they have OCD, but for most people it's just something, it's something pretty normal, pretty common. It is not OCD. And so many people just talk about, yeah, OCD, my OCD this, my OCD that, without them having OCD. They just, like, don't get, okay, how do I say this? OCD, and don't get me wrong, please don't get me wrong. OCD for some people is a fun thing. By the way, her name in Glee, Emma. I had to, it just occurred to me. Like, and that's a good example. Okay, wait. First, I'm gonna read what he has to say. Then I'm gonna end the episode with my thoughts on the OCD stuff. Okay, just from here on, it's just rambling. If you don't like that, you can click off. But if you want to know what I want to say, stay tuned for like 1 or 2 more minutes. Renegade, this time I challenge you to a battle in front of Anistar City's gym. You'd better be ready. Sure thing. Okay. I'm just gonna save right now, and then I'm gonna talk about what I want to say. Like, OCD. how do I say it? OCD itself, the light, really light versions, where people just have problems with, like, if something doesn't align correctly, or just small things that don't actually interfere with your daily life. That's seen as cute, quirky, which I get where those people are coming from, but it is still a disorder. And like, there's nothing worse for a mental disorder, I think, than for it to be taken lightly. And my goodness, this gets way deeper than I thought it would. But seriously, think about it. Like, no one would talk about depression in such a way. No one would talk about depression and be like, yeah, I'm depressed, and my depression doesn't permit me to do anything, because we all know depression is something serious. Yeah, some people talk lightly about it, but no one would call it, like, it wouldn't be seen as something cute, because it's depression. OCD, on the other hand, like Monk, the series that I talked about, actually makes much fun, or a lot of fun about OCD, but in a way that actually shows what it is for many people. I've heard and read about people talking about how accurate it is in some ways, because yes, it is quirky and fun, the character is quirky and fun and stuff like that, but his OCD actually makes him incredibly uncomfortable at times, and actually hinders him with doing stuff, like hinders his progression in stuff. And same in Glee. Emma, the one I was talking about, has OCD, where she, in one scene, she's eating grapes. She brought grapes from home in a special box so that nothing else can get to them. Then she takes them out, has rubber gloves, takes one grape at a time, polishes it, and then maybe is able to eat it. And that is something that is overdrawn a word in English? There is the German word überzeichnet, which means a one-to-one translation is overdrawn, which means it's exaggerated. But there are people with OCD like that, where they take like half an hour to prep a meal that's already prepped. So taking the lighter version too lightly and making it quirky and cute, like, yeah, I got my OCD, I have, like, this has to be for my OCD and this has to be for my OCD, in my opinion, is wrong. Like, you can talk about OCD, you can talk lightly about OCD, no problem in itself, but you should never take it lightly, because OCD is an actual disorder that people actually suffer from, even if the light versions really don't impact anything at all. Like I said, the things with the volume on a TV or radio, that's nothing that impacts your life negatively. That's just something that annoys you. If, like, a friend of mine always likes to have a clean desk where everything's aligned and stuff like that, sure, but if it isn't, yeah, it annoys him. But nothing else. It annoys him, he fixes it, that's it. If you want to mess with him, yeah, you undo what he just fixed, but he would never, like, there are people who would actually break down for something like that. Would break down and cry. That's harder levels of OCD. Yes, that's not actually that common, I think. Don't know the statistics about OCD. But that is something, like, talk about OCD, take it lightly if there is no one around you. Or not take it lightly, but talk about it lightly. And talk about it in jokes. That's also not a big deal if you are not talking to someone with OCD, and as long as it doesn't affect your opinion on OCD or other stuff. Like I said, you wouldn't talk lightly about depression so much that you would think that depression is nothing serious. You wouldn't okay, you would make jokes about suicide because that's what the internet does. That's the problem. That's a problem. But about like big to wrap it up, yeah. You wouldn't talk about worse disorders in a cute way that you would with OCD. Because OCD in its light form is something fun and something quirky and stuff like that. Which it isn't. And I don't even know why I just got into this whole rant. Because I mean, I don't know anyone with OCD, so it's not something that is personal to my life. But it is something that always bugs me when people talk about it in that way. If you got OCD and you say it messes with my OCD, okay, sure, because that messes with your OCD. If you don't have OCD, don't talk like you do. That's pretty much it. I hope you know what I'm saying. I hope... yeah. I'm sorry that I just rambled on about stuff like that. And if you have OCD and what I said is bullshit or bollocks for you, just... Why did I go for bollocks? I think I wanted to do the more PG version, but I said bullshit already. So if what I said is bullshit, please just tell me in the comments. If you got OCD and you don't agree with me and you say, hey, make more fun of it, that's all alright too. But that's something you have to make sure for yourself. That's something you have to think about it for yourself. How do you want to treat stuff like that? And there is a big reason if you have something like that or if you don't. If you don't have something, it's very easy to talk lightly about it. If you actually have something like that, it can be way harder, it can be way easier. But that is something that you kind of have a right to talk about it however you want. If you don't have it, you can still talk about it, but you don't know what it's like. Anyway, I gotta stop this. I'm very sorry. I'm gonna save right here. This has gone on for way too long. If you actually stuck around and watched it till the end, watched it till now, please write lemon tree in the comments. Do me the favor and just write a comment with lemon tree. I just want to know if anyone stayed till this point. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Oh my goodness. I'm the Renegade, Cactus and I gotta run. Bye bye.